I see comedians do stand up that do that, and it's so like.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. You've got to be talking about Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt was just like
he's the only comedian I've ever seen do that.
But he did it to a point where it was like I've never seen anybody go that deep. Like I you know what I mean? Like the tragedy he spoke of was so profound, and he talked about it for so long and told this completely like gut-wrenching story that you're just like, oh my God, and you're just sitting there like just. You know, I don't think there was a dry eye in the audience, and then all of a sudden he just brings you back, and it's like, all right, it's cool to laugh now, and it was like, oh, that was masterful.
That's Oswalt, a magic trick, bro. What he did was the biggest comedy magic trick I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely. And I am a gluttonous consumer of comedy, man.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm an expert or anything, but I just love comedy.
Yeah.
And I love stand-up comedy. And to watch a guy, you know, these people paid to go laugh.
Right.
You know, he knows that because he's promoting a comedy show. This is we're going to this place. I'm tuning in because I think Patton Oswalt is very, very funny.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm expecting just a run-of-the-mill comedy show. And I believe, and I'm not recalling the name of the special, but it's from, I believe, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, sitting there, first third of the show, I guess. And, you know, just doing his typical shit, funny as hell, loving it, everything's good. And then he breaks into the story about how his wife died and how that affected him with his daughter.
Right.
And like, not in a comedy like, oh, I'm tongue in cheek. Yeah, some shitty things happen, but let me tell you how it's goofy. Like, he took you to the depths, man. He took you into his pain, just unblinkingly. Like he dragged us to hell with him. You know,
this is supposed to be an uppy occasion,
for real, dude.
Yeah.
And then, and I was so invested in what he was saying that it didn't even occur to me until after the fact. Like, cause I never stopped and went, what the fuck, man? I'm here for a comedy show. And no one in the audience, like, you could hear a pin drop while he was talking.
Right.
He took us all on a ride with him.
Yeah.
And then like, dismounts like fucking Nadia Comaneci and is like bing, you know?
Yeah.
Or who's the most, I gave like a 45-year-old reference, who's Bowles, is that the new one?
I don't know.
Biles I think is her name.
Biles,
whatever.
Sure, yeah,
Biles, whatever.
Simone Biles or something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So, you know, just hit the dismount and went right back into comedy so seamlessly that I was like, what did I just experience? And then when it was finally over, I just remember sitting back on my couch and thinking, who does that? Like, I've been watching comedy for my whole life. I can, like, the only one I think that was even close to that was Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
You know, but the way Oswalt did it, and, you know, this is comedy blasphemy, but I think it was even better than what Pryor did. You know, like, Pryor was real. Pryor could take you into some deep waters. You know, like when he talked about his heart attacks and all this shit. But what Pryor did that was different. Now, and I haven't thought about it until this moment, and I'm realizing what the difference is. While Pryor would take you into the depths of his psychology and his tragedy, he would make you laugh along the way, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
What Oswalt did was like flip the master switch on comedy and shut that shit clean off.
Yeah, right.
And then just went tragedy.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah, he went
was
straight Les Mis.
relentless.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. It would have, you know what? If someone had come out and started singing "Lord on high, bring him home," like I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah, it was crazy.